Gently close your eyes. Deep breathing. We'll chant Om once together. Synchronize the chanting of Om with your exhalation. Breathe in. Sahana bhavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavaditamastu ma vitvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently open your eyes. We'll chant from verses 11 to 15 of chapter 1. Ayaneshu cha sarveshu,
Ayaneshu cha sarveshu,
yatha bhagamavasthitah,
yatha bhagamavasthitah,
bhishmamevabhirakshantu,
bhishmamevabhirakshantu,
bhavantas sarva eva hi,
bhavantas sarva eva hi,
tasya sanjanayan harsham,
tasya sanjanayan harsham,
kuru vruddha pitamahah,
kuru vruddha pitamahah,
simhanadam vinadhyochaihi,
simhanadam vinadhyochaihi,
shankham dadmau pratapavan,
shankham dadmau pratapavan,
tatah shankascha bheryascha,
tatah shankascha bheryascha,
panavanaka gomukha,
panavanaka gomukha,
sahasaivabhyahanyanta,
sahasaivaabhyahanyanta,
sashabdastu mulo bhavat,
sashabdastu mulo bhavat,
tatah shvetairhayairyukte,
tatah shvetairhayairyukte,
mahati syandane sthitau,
mahati syandane stitau,
madhava pandavaschaiva,
madhava pandavaschaiva,
divyau shankhau pradhadmatuhu,
divyau shankhau pradhatmatuhu,
panchajanyam hrishikeshah,
panchajanyam hrishikeshah,
devadattam dhananjayah,
devadattam dhananjayah,
paundram dadmau mahashankham,
paundram dadmau mahashankam,
bhimakarma vrikodarah,
bhimakarma vrikodarah,
Hari Om, and a very good day to all of you. So last week I was explaining to you the significance of the conch and its relevance to your sadhana and its relation to this topic also. The whole sadhana is related to this topic, which is how to build your inner strength and how to take charge of your life. Now, the three facets of the conch, which I had explained to you. So the first facet of the shank is the blowing of the conch. Before a war, they used to do that. That is to energize themselves, to bring that enthusiasm and strength before starting an action. That's what this symbolizes. So every action which you do, you should be very enthusiastic about it. You should do it with full vigor and energy. In the yogic parlance, half-hearted action is not considered as action. Only when you put your heart and soul into something, that is considered as an action. So I have received a question where a person has asked as to how to maintain the enthusiasm, how to build enthusiasm in life in general, and especially with certain actions, routine actions, like every day you wake up, you brush your teeth, you have breakfast. These are all like routine things. So what he was saying is, after a while there is a monotony which sets in life. So he was asking how to build that enthusiasm and maintain it. It's a very, very practical question which has been asked. Now, first of all, what is this monotony? We generally think that repetition of an action creates monotony. That is not true. If you were to take a bird, let us say a cuckoo. Now a cuckoo, every day, what does it do? It wakes up and then it starts cooing. Now, have you ever found a cuckoo ever short of enthusiasm? When you just close your eyes and the cuckoo is cooing, you feel so meditative, you get energized every single day. You take a woodpecker. What does a woodpecker do? It goes on pecking. It's the same action. We are not talking of a daily routine also. It's the same action which it does throughout its life. But it never loses the enthusiasm. The crow, the crows keep flying and they keep shouting. Now, they are never short of enthusiasm. Every creature in this world, if you were to take, they do the same set of activities throughout their life, but every day, or I would say every minute, they do those activities very, very enthusiastically. When we have a pet dog at home, I have noticed this. When a person goes to work, goes to office, and then he comes back, the dog is waiting. As soon as the door is opened, the dog comes with full enthusiasm, It's so happy and it expresses itself as if it is the first time he or she is meeting its master. Very interesting. But the person, he is fully drained of energy, and he just says hi and something he says. He doesn't have the same enthusiasm. So this is the first misconception. We think that when activities are similar, that is when we do the same activity every day, we are bound to lose our enthusiasm. No. So what this shows, when we look at the birds, when we look at the animals, when we look at all the creatures, you look at a butterfly, does it do special activities every day? No. The same, it just keeps flapping and moving from here to there, that's all, with full enthusiasm. So when we see all that, the first thing we can understand is that enthusiasm has nothing to do with the activity. It is to do with your mind only. How much of freshness are you bringing into your activity? That is the key. When you do any activity with full awareness, you will build the enthusiasm. When does an action become mechanical? When you lose your awareness, that is when you tend to do things mechanically. If you don't have awareness, alertness, then it does not matter what action you're doing. It need not be the same set of actions. It may be new actions every day. Still, you will not have enthusiasm. You will find your whole life boring. So the trick there, or the sadhana tip, how to maintain enthusiasm, is that you should think that this is the starting point of your life. Today is the starting point of your life. When you wake up in the morning, it is a fresh day. See, when you went to sleep the previous night, there was no guarantee that you will wake up. So you temporarily shut off. You've gone to death, as it were. And then you've woken up. Actually, there is no big difference between sleep and death. When you close your eyes and when you wake up in the same body, that is called sleep. When you close your eyes and then when you wake up, you are in some other body, that is called death. Some other body means, rebirth, So every day when we wake up, it is a fresh day. It is a fresh breath which you're taking. That is why in the yogic sadhana, we emphasize so much on breathing. Because if you breathe with that feeling, with that bhavana, that you're taking in the cosmic energy, the prana, the higher advanced yogic breathing is when you take in the divine energy in its purest form. Now every breath will energize you. It will fill you with tremendous enthusiasm. So number one, think that this is the starting point of your life. Whatever happened yesterday is yesterday. That's gone. The more you focus your energies in your present activity, the more enthusiasm you will get. Look at a small baby or a child. Now the child is so enthusiastic about everything which it does, whether it's learning to walk or crawl or walk or stand, sit, whatever it is it's trying to do, so enthusiastically it does that. Whenever you do something which you enjoy, you're able to do it enthusiastically. This is the second tip. When you do an activity with a kind of a complaining attitude, in Tamil language, they use a phrase for people who go on complaining. They say, Polambal case, Polambal. Polambal means all that time complaining, this is not okay, that is not okay. So when you develop that complaining attitude, you will never ever build enthusiasm in life. So instead, start enjoying whatever you do, whether it is brushing your teeth, whether it is having your breakfast, whether it is sitting and reading a book, whatever it is which you're doing, bring that enjoyment factor. Take it as a hobby. Take your whole life as a hobby. If you are able to consider your work and all your activities as hobbies, you will get that enthusiasm. Work for pleasure. Your action should be driven by that sense of happiness. This is a sadhana which every yogi practices. That is why when you go and meet a yogi, you will find that he may have many things with him, or he may not have so many things. Now all these factors will not matter, but he'll always be very cheerful and enthusiastic about life. So the moment you interact with a yogi, your mind also is filled with enthusiasm. So these are the tips which will genuinely help you. And the more enthusiasm you bring into your actions, the more inner strength you will be able to build. See, from morning till night, you see every action tires you out. It is not the action per se, but it is your attitude behind the action. It is your mind which tires you, not your activities. When you go and learn any art in a classical way, whether it's classical dance or classical music or martial arts, any art, but if you learn it in a classical way. Why I'm saying in a classical way is because today everything has become like business, and the classical touch is going away from all these arts. But if you go to a true teacher and learn it in a classical way, you will find that they will give you a practice, and they will ask you to practice that for weeks and months together, sometimes years together also. The same movements, the same swaras in singing, they'll go on asking you to practice till you get that grace, that finesse. So if you don't have a classical approach towards that art, you will get bored. Within a month you will get bored. Within a month or 2 months. You will say, anything new you have to teach. But if you have that classical approach, every time you do the same practice, that energizes you, that increases the enthusiasm. So don't look for variety in your activities. If it is there, fine, but you don't go and look for it. And don't depend on variety in activities to build your enthusiasm. You can never succeed that way. Instead, look at every minute of your life in a fresh way. Last minute is gone. Now this minute is a new moment for us. This way, you will be able to maintain the freshness of life till the last minute. Why is it that when two people get married, they are so enthusiastic about it, but then within a short while, slowly, the enthusiasm starts going away. The freshness starts going away. And after a few years, they hardly even communicate to each other. They don't care about each other's emotions. Why? Have you ever thought about it? I know what your answer would be. You will immediately point the finger at your partner and you say it is because of her or because of him only, sir, this is happening. No. Everybody that way has positivities and negativities, When you knew the person, knowing that only you got married. It is not that. It is just your mind only. See, what happens is we have so much of value when something is new. But after a while, we lose the value. There was a top salesperson of a MNC, and he came to me for advice regarding his personal thing, that is his relationship with his wife. And his wife wanted a divorce. And he was saying, I'm really broken when she asked me for a divorce. So what should I do? So I asked him a simple question. I said, you're a top salesperson, so obviously you would have had a lot of training how to treat your clients, how to treat your customers. So what are the kind of practices which you follow? He said, like when I meet a customer, I smile, I inquire about their welfare. I give them that feeling of importance. So many things I do. Like this, he went on listing. So it was about 7-8 things which he listed. I said, now take these 7-8 things. You've been able to maintain a very good relationship with your customers, right? Have you done at least one of these 8 to your own wife? Every day, morning, when you wake up, you see her. And then when you go back home, she was a homemaker, So when you go back home, again you meet her. Have you ever greeted her very cheerfully? He thought about it. He said, sir, this is a real eye-opener because it's many, many years since I've even greeted her. So I said, follow this first at home. This in office, they are giving you the training to sell your product. There is an underlying motive behind it. But with respect to your wife, there is no motive required. With a lot of enthusiasm, with full unconditional love, why don't you practice the same thing? Express. That's all I told him. He did that. And within a week, everything became okay. Same wife who wanted a divorce, she said, I want to live with you forever. It was like a big miracle for him. But it's no big miracle. If you really, really think about it, everything boils down to your mind only. So that part, all of you should absorb into your life. bring tremendous enthusiasm. Spirituality is not dullness. We think spirituality means killing of emotions. No. Spirituality means feeling emotions more intensely than others, but not being toppled over by those emotions. If you kill all the emotions, if you kill the enthusiasm, the zest in your life, then you will become like a stone. That is not spirituality. You take the life of Lord Krishna. He was always bubbling with enthusiasm, energy and vigor in life. Again, when I say enthusiasm, it doesn't mean you're jumping with excitement. It's a calm cheer, calmness, peace, cheer, enthusiasm. All these things are different facets of the same quality, So I'm not talking of short-lived cheer, just in a short-term way you pump yourself. Like there are many companies which organize motivational talks for their employees. So many companies have approached me also. They say, sir, can you come and give motivational talks? I say, no, that's not my cup of tea. But we heard that you take corporate seminars and all that also. I said, yes, but this is not what I do. Then what do you do, sir? I don't give motivational talks, but I help people build the motivation from within. That is what is going to be permanent. If you just come and give a pep talk, everybody, now come on, all of you are great, and if you're just going to shout like that and go, of course they'll feel really, high for a while, but by evening everything will go down. That is not the ancient wisdom. That is not the approach here. In yogic approach, we build things from within. So whether it is in the corporate scenario, whether it's at home, when you're interacting with your family members, there should be that enthusiasm. So that zest for life is the shank. And then of course I told you the other two aspects. One is the mantra. This shank means particular mantra. So the words which you use, they have to be positive. And then the shank also means the frontal bone, which is the alignment of your personality. I had explained that last week in detail, how your, when I say detail, that way, if you just take the alignment of your 5 bodies now, that may require many sessions to explain. But I had given very useful points. So aligning all your 5 aspects of your personality, the action or the speech, your breath, your prana, your emotions, your thoughts, everything should be in one line. That is the practice of a yogi. He does that sadhana every day, every minute. He goes on practicing and he gains mastery over that. See, once you align your personality, what will happen is anything which you say or anything which you do will have tremendous power. The very alignment will give you so much of inner strength. When your personality is fragmented, there will be no strength. So that is what is the conch. So coming to this context of Bhishma blowing the conch, what was his motive? In order to cheer Duryodhana. So Duryodhana was down with fear. He was possessed with fear. His spirits were down. So in order to cheer him up, Bhishma took his conch and he blew. So now we will do verses 13 and one more verse, verse 19. We will do them together. With that, there is a small message which will be very useful for you in terms of building your inner strength. So we'll chant the verses first. Verses 13 and 19. Tatah shankascha bheryascha
Tatah shankascha bheryascha
panavanaka gomukhaha
panavanaka gomukhaha
sahasaivaabhyahanyanta
sahasaivaabhyahanyanta
sashabdastumulo bhavat
sashabdastu bhavat
saghoshodhartarashtranam
saghoshodhartarashtranam
hridayani vyadarayat
hridayani vyadarayat
nabhascha prithivim chaiva
nabhascha prithivim chaiva
tumulo vyanunadayan.
tumulo vyanunadayan.
So verse number 13, Tata means then. Shankascha bheryascha panavaha anaka gomukhaha. Then conches, shankaha means conches. Bherya, the kettle drums. Panavaha, tabors, it's another instrument. And then anaka, drums. Gomukhaha, cow-faced instruments. All these were struck suddenly indeed. Sahasa means suddenly they were struck. Last week also we chanted this, but I didn't have time to take that because to explain to you the significance of the conch itself had taken away the time. So we are, I'm translating it again and then we will get into it. And that sound was tumulaha, tumultuous. This is verse number 13. Now we'll also see what verse number 19 is. First the translation and then I will give you the deeper meaning. What is verse number 19 saying? That sa ghoshaha, that uproar. What uproar? Again tumulaha. Tumulaha means tumultuous uproar. That tumultuous uproar rent the hearts of Dhritarashtra's hosts and indeed reverberated the sky and earth with sound vibrations. Vyanu means reverberation, Nadayan, sound vibrations. So verse number 13 is talking of the Kaurava army blowing their conches and hitting their drums and all that. Now verse number 19 is talking about the Pandava camp, blowing their conches and the drums, everything, whatever noise they made. So between verses 13 and 19, there are several verses where the Pandavas one by one they pick up, Lord Krishna picks up his conch and he blows, and then all the other 5 Pandavas they blow, and the great warriors of the Pandava from the Pandava camp they all blow their conches, and then the effect of that is given in verse number 19. Now why am I taking verses 13 and 19 together? Because it's very relevant to your inner strength. I told you the conch is blown in order to energize oneself, in order to bring all the strength which you have to the fore to face a challenge. See, you may have a lot of skills, you may have very many talents, but when a challenge comes in front of you, if your mind is down, if your mind is low in spirits, you will not be able to use those talents effectively. A classic example is of people who know so many things. They are very, very, very knowledgeable. But when you put them on a stage to speak on the subject which they know so much, due to the stage fear, they become tongue-tied. I myself personally know few people extremely knowledgeable, but the moment a group of people come and ask them, their minds become blank. So just because you have talents and skills, that doesn't mean you will be able to face a challenge. You may normally be very brilliant, but when you go and attend an interview, at that time, how much of your talents, how much of your knowledge are you able to bring to the fore when there is a challenge in front of you? That is the question. Actually, in your education system, in the schools, in the universities, they give you external knowledge. They equip you with the knowledge and technical skills. But they don't teach you this. The ancient wisdom is not about technical knowledge. It is about using your skills, your knowledge, your abilities when you face a challenge in life. When you combine both, that is when you become successful in life. Unfortunately, this ancient wisdom has gotten lost, and so today's education system, they are only dealing with one aspect of life, which is improving the skills and improving the external knowledge. The other aspect of life, which is building the inner strength to face the challenges of life, to use the same knowledge effectively, that is completely missed out today. So when they blow the conch, see, the word used is suddenly, sahasa, means the warriors are standing there and the leader Duryodhana is down in spirits. So in order to energize themselves, they suddenly start making these sounds with drums and with the conches and all that. What is the purpose of blowing the conch? Number one is to build the positive energy flow in one's own camp. I'm talking of the battlefield now. To build the positive energy flow in one's camp. And the second reason is to create a kind of a fear in the opposition camp, to intimidate the opposition. But the beauty is, as far as the Kauravas are concerned, both these things didn't happen. They created so much of sound. Did that really cause any fear in the Pandava camp? Absolutely no fear. Why? Because Lord Krishna was there. Calmly he took and he blew his conch. Okay, at least did all this create that courage in the Kaurava camp? No. It did create, it was only temporary, short-lived. That's why we are reading this with verse number 19. The moment the Pandavas took their conches and they blew them, then all this courage which was built by Bhishma, all that went away. That sound caused tremendous fear. It rent the hearts of the Kaurava camp. See, in verse 19, we can see that tumultuous uproar by the Pandavas rent the hearts of Dhritarashtra's hosts, and indeed reverberated the sky and earth with sound vibrations. Nadayan. Vyanu Nadayan. So why is this? You need to think about it. Both the camps are using the same conches and they are blowing, but one camp is getting energized and the other camp is getting frightened. Why? The simple reason is these people were unrighteous. They were not following their conscience, whereas the Pandava camp was standing there to resurrect righteousness. It was led by Krishna. Even though the commander-in-chief was Drishtadyumna, it was primarily the leader there was Krishna. So he was setting the higher direction. So their entire personality, the alignment, was there behind the actions, and all that was aligned to their consciences. So here you find Bhishma also aligning his personality. That is the meaning of blowing the conch. He brings in that focus. He creates the energy. All that is done. But the foundation is not okay. Nothing was aligned to the conscience. Instead, the foundation was selfishness. Therefore, that didn't last. That is why in this series, the Building the Inner Strength, I covered that verse where, about building conscience. That is the theme. That is the main thing. You may do so much of sadhana in life, but if that sadhana is not aligned to your conscience, then it will not work. There was a couple who asked me, "Sir, can we play the Yoga Sankirtan in our workplace?" I said, "But won't it disturb others?" They said, "No, we run a business, so we can decide. So can we just play it once a day there?" I said, "What is your purpose?" They said, "Just to create the positive vibrations, to energize the place. Can we use it like that?" I said, "Yeah, you do that. But remember, don't use your personal sadhana copy for that. Have a separate one and you can do that." So they did that because they were facing some business losses and all that. Now, I never asked them what business they were doing, They just asked me this question and I said, "Yeah, have a separate copy for that and do that." After about 2 months, they sent a message again saying that our business has gotten into more loss and this has not worked. And so that was the time when I asked them, "So what is the business which you're doing?" So they were having a business, where they were running a restaurant and they were serving non-vegetarian dishes. So that was the time when I explained to them. I said, "No, see, whether you want to do that business or not is up to you, but this Yoga Sankirtan energy will not do anything there, will not create any positive effect there." They asked me why. See, you're saying you want to play the Yoga Sankirtan in order to increase your business productivity. Now, what is this productivity? Which means you will have to sell more of non-vegetarian dishes. More of non-vegetarian dishes means more animals will be killed. So in other words, what you're asking me is, can I use this energy? Today I am instrumental in 100 animals getting killed. Today can I use this energy to increase my productivity from killing 100 animals to killing 1,000 animals? How can I say yes to that? This energy will not function there. We have tuned it like that. If your motive is not okay, this energy will stop functioning. That is an inbuilt protection. Because that's why this was kept a secret, because this can be misused, even for negative purposes. But how am I revealing these things? That's why it took, each audio material took 2 years minimum for me to create that, because I had to put a minimum maximum limit. I had to channelize the energy so that only for people who have positive intentions this will work. Otherwise you will say, can I play the Yoga Sankirtan so that my neighbor can be destroyed? He is bothering me too much. So every day I'll play the Yoga Sankirtan energy and I will direct it to destroy my neighbor. This will not work. This is only the healing aspect of this energy has been awakened and given to you. So it is all in your motive. So the Kauravas were so great in terms of valor, skills, great warriors, but fundamentally they were not following the conscience. So how is he putting the difference, showing the difference? 2 words I want you to notice. In verse number 13, we say the tumultuous sound. The word used is Shabda. In verse number 19, again the word used is sound only, but it is not mere sound. The Sanskrit word used is Nadayan, Nadaha. Nadaha means vibrations, the higher vibrations. So when you are selfish, your energies will be very limited. Your words will have no power. Your actions will have no power. All the power will be short-lived. That is represented by the word Shabda. When you work for a higher cause, you will have tremendous energy, tremendous inner strength. Your words will not be mere Shabda. Shabda means words. In the Yoga Sankirtan Empowerment Program, I had explained to you the difference between Shabda and Nada. Of course, there were other aspects also which I explained there, but in this context here, it's a Shabda versus Nada. Nada means vibrations. Shabda means sounds, words. So whenever you act in life, are they, in a poetic way, are they mere words or are they creating vibrations? And here vibrations means we are talking of the higher vibrations. Every word, every Shabda does create vibration, but the lower vibrations he is calling them as mere Shabda. So it all depends on your motives only. If your motives are very, very pure and clear, if they are aligned to the conscience, then the actions which you do, the words which you use, everything will start energizing you. So the same action of blowing the conches, in the Kaurava camp it created a particular effect, whereas in the Pandava camp it created a positive effect. It energized all the soldiers there, and not only that, it intimidated the soldiers in the Kaurava camp. It caused tremendous fear. The fear went right up to Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra, who was sitting there and he was listening to the running commentary, his charioteer Sanjaya was given the divine eyes by Vedavyasa, by which they could sit right in the kingdom and he could see the war. He could see what was happening in the war battlefield, and he was giving a commentary to Dhritarashtra. So when the Pandavas blew the conch, They're conscious. Sanjaya mentioned that to Dhritarashtra. It caused a lot of fear in him. Because when Krishna stands there, when Krishna stood there in the battlefield and took his conch and blew, what does it mean? That is the sign that he is going to destroy all the unrighteousness and he is going to support righteousness. So naturally people who are unrighteous will get frightened. So there are many causes for fear. One of the cause is selfishness. I'm not saying that is only cause, but you can find out in many areas where you are selfish, that is where you will hesitate, that is where you will be afraid. When your motives are unselfish, when you are working for a higher cause, there will be no hesitation. There was a sadhak who used to come and tell me, "Sir, I am benefiting so much by this Yoga Sankirtan sadhana, but I hesitate so much to tell my friends, to tell my relatives, that to introduce this to them. I keep on hesitating. Why?" I told him, what does it matter? Because there's no point in explaining to him. He had not yet come to that level of understanding. So I told him, it does not matter. You keep doing your sadhana. You keep doing your sadhana. That's all I used to say. After about a few 2-3 months, what happened is he himself came and told me, "Sir, earlier I used to hesitate so much, but nowadays anybody I meet, and when there is a chance, when there is a conversation, generally they have some issues, it could be financial issues, but then I introduce Yoga Sankirtan to them. I tell them this is a very ancient science and I have benefited personally. So if you want, you can also try it out and see." And to my surprise, I find that most of the people react positively. They also take it up. And then they come to this ancient wisdom. So he asked me this question. Few months back, I didn't have this flow. I used to hesitate so much. Whereas now, I am not hesitating. Why? I explained to him. Because few months back, you were selfish. You were thinking only about yourself. You were not truly thinking of others' benefit. If you think about another person's benefit, then all the shyness, hesitation will go away. But due to the few months of sadhana which you've done, now what has happened is your selfishness has reduced considerably. You have started thinking about others' welfare. Not only should I be happy, but others also should be happy. So that is why, when you get an opportunity, you are able to tell them about this without any hesitation. It is not merely this Yoga Sankirtan I'm talking of. Anything in life you take, you hesitate so much when your motives are not unselfish. A selfless person, see, there are 3 grades: selfishness, unselfishness, and then selflessness. A person who becomes selfless means no ego of unselfishness also, no ego of giving also. A yogi becomes selfless. He completely is attuned with the infinite. He is neither selfish nor unselfish. Whatever is there and whoever is ready to receive, he goes on giving. So a selfless person will have no fear, will not hesitate when the situation demands. So this is a small secret. If you can absorb it and practice it in your life, tremendous benefits you will get. So in verse number 13, he is showing the effect of the conch in a camp which is riddled with selfishness. In verse number 19, he is showing the effect of a conch in a camp which is fighting for a higher cause. unselfishness, selflessness. Krishna was selfless and he's trying to bring others into that fold. But he was the one who set the direction there. Here it was Duryodhana who was setting the direction. Even though personally Bhishma was righteous, he was a good person, but the direction was set by Duryodhana. That was a mistake. So what is the direction which you're setting in your life? Your ego or your conscience? Your selfishness or a higher cause? What is your motive? Is it to grab everything only for yourself, or is it to learn, share, so that everybody can be happy? Again, no selfishness doesn't mean you discard your needs. Never. A yogi first takes care of his needs. Simultaneously others also. So when we say work for a higher cause, work for loka sangraha, work for the welfare of the world, you're also included in that. In the ancient wisdom, they never recommend frustrating yourself and trying to help others, because that will not last long. You have your fill and you also help others succeed in life. You also help others become happy. So if you change your motive from selfishness to unselfishness and then finally selflessness, you will find that your inner strength will grow tremendously. Now you may ask me, sir, how do I practically apply it? A lady who is cooking at home, let us take that example. Because actually one lady asked me this. She said, sir, I am not going and working anywhere outside. I am a homemaker. I take care of the house. I cook for everyone. So how do I convert this into selflessness or first unselfishness? I said, very simple. When you cook, you can have many motives. Your motive can be, let me cook and impress the family members so that I will get an appreciation. Some people cook only for that purpose, to get a name that I am a good cook. So the moment you tell them this is not okay, they will get very offended by that. They will get very affected. That could be one motive. The other motive could be, yes, I have this talent of cooking. Now let me, in a very cheerful way, in an energized way, let me cook the food. Amritasya bhojanam means let me cook it as if it is amrita, nectar, and then let me offer it to all the family members and myself, so that we all eat this and become healthy. We feel tasty when we take this tasty food. Everybody should feel happy. So that can be a motive. The action being the same. Now the first motive was selfish, the second motive was unselfish. Selflessness is neither selfish or unselfish. You say, I surrender fully to that infinite, and that infinite has given me this work, which is cooking. So let me just cook to the best of my ability. There ends the matter. No prefixes, no suffixes. I have no expectations whatsoever, but I will just do my best. That becomes selflessness. I am giving you this practical example so that this does not remain as mere theory. You go and repeat this, you go and give big lectures on selfishness and unselfishness. But practically, you shouldn't miss out. Every little action, you can either do it in a mechanical way, in a selfish way, or in an unselfish way, or in a selfless way. A yogi converts every action into worship. The entire life of a yogi is one of selflessness. That is why a yogi does not need to do any special karma yoga. His very existence becomes karma yoga, because he is generating that selfless, unconditional love towards everyone all the time. So you should also aspire to reach that state. It is in your hands. If you do your sadhana properly, definitely you can achieve this. So today again I have given a lot of points. Now last week I had mentioned that no need to take notes when you're listening to the lecture. Instead, after the discourse is over, you just sit for 5 minutes and write down the points. Now again, some person has asked me, sir, I've been writing notes for many years as I'm listening to your discourses. Suddenly, to change that habit becomes very difficult. So is it wrong to write notes? See, please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I never said it is wrong to write notes when you're listening to discourses. That's not what I said. There's nothing wrong. If you want, you write. But I was giving you a further higher sadhana. See, what happens is, when you, see, right now as I'm talking to you, you're seeing me, you're absorbing this wisdom, not merely with words, You're seeing, you're listening, and your mind is also there, and you're absorbing. So at that time, suddenly when you start writing, your writing cannot be at the same pace as the speech. So what will happen is, the next points, your full concentration will not be there. So that is why, as a higher sadhana, I suggested you absorb. Just focus on absorption when you're listening. And then for 5 minutes you can sit and relive those points, and you can write down. So somebody has put this request to me from UK. She has asked whether she can write down the points and send it to me by mail every week, so that I can just check whether she has grasped the points properly or not. That is actually a good idea, but the only thing is, since even others can also do that, the only thing is, since a lot of people are watching this, if all of you send me your points, now I will not be able to look at all, open up all those mails. And first of all, I don't open them up personally. Somebody does it and they'll give it to me. It becomes a little cumbersome for me. It will become cumbersome for me. So what I thought is, if you want to express anything to me, you can, this is being relayed in YouTube. Now there is that comment section. So what you can do is, as a sadhana, after the discourse is over, just for 5 minutes, don't immediately rush out. See, you've received so much of energy, so much of wisdom. So just sit quietly and relive all the points and write them down and put them in the comment section. I have asked the volunteers to show me whenever show me those points every week. So I will personally have a look at them, so that in case anybody has absorbed a wrong, misunderstood something, I will always bring it up in the next lecture. So there can be an interaction also. But don't expect me to interact in the usual way how they do it over YouTube and all that. See, that they are doing it as a profession. Now please understand, I am a yogi. Now this itself is something fantastic, where we are having online programs and all that. So more than that, don't expect me to reply now to you. Some people, send me a mail and then they expect me to type back a mail to them. I really don't have time for all that, because it's 24 hours a day, and most of my time is invested in meditation and giving healing to people, and I'm also creating more material. in terms of Yoga Sankirtan, and now that these online programs are also being planned. So many things are there, which are going on, and in future even some books, some material in book form also will be coming out. So since a lot of work is there, kindly don't expect me to respond to each and every query of yours personally like that. Whatever questions you ask, I am answering them here. Consider whatever answer I am giving you as a personal answer which I am giving you, because I am connecting to each and every one of you while giving these discourses. So put them in the comment section. That will be an easy system, and they will show it to me. I'll have a look at them. Whatever you want to express to me, you can express there. Unless and until you have a very personal question which you don't want, which you can't, openly say, that you can send a mail. Okay. Put them in the comment section. This was something with the volunteers. When I told them, asked them this, they told me that it's easier if it is put in the comment section, not in that live chat section. Live chat section is meant for you to generally greet each other, and that's just a nice get together. But if you put it there, we'll have to keep scrolling because only that will appear only when the at that particular time when you put the comment, at that time only we can see that. So that will become more of work for me, So the comment, whatever you want to write, you can put it in the comment section. So this is a sadhana which I am giving you. Don't simply put some comment or so, oh great sir, it is wonderful. See, it should come from the heart. So the sadhana which I am giving you is, after the discourse is over, sit for 5 minutes and recapitulate all the points. Whatever, supposing you are not able to recapitulate all the points, even one or two things which inspired you, put them there. And if you have some direction, let us say this point I find is very useful, I will apply it in this area of my life, that also you can put. So I will definitely look into that, so that even though this is happening online, there can be an interaction that is very important to go to the next level, because we are going to have future, more and more advanced programs in the future. So in the olden days, the students used to go and stay with the teacher for 12 years, and the teacher used to give personal guidance also. So that is one aspect which is missing here. And since the numbers also are big, we are unable to do it practically. But this may be a good simple way of doing it. So let's see how this works. But remember, don't put something just for putting a comment. Don't do something mechanically. It's a sadhana which I am giving you, because ultimately whether you put the comments or not, it's not going to make any difference to me. It is for you to build the clarity. It is for you to build the focus. It is for you to do that higher sadhana, or it's called Medha Shakti, to remember and write, For that purpose only I am asking you to do that, to build a further connection with the teacher, so that it will be very useful in the future. Okay, this is one thing. And there have been a couple of questions asked about Guru Poornima. We are having the Guru Poornima special sadhana next month on the 5th of July. Same time only, because 5th of July is actual Guru Poornima, so we are lucky that it's on a Sunday. But even if it is not the same day, we have had it on a Sunday, and it's again the bhav, how much you awaken the Guru Shakti. So regarding that, a couple of questions have been there. One is, Hari Om Yogishri, please tell us about the significance of Guru Poornima and Guru Dakshina. The second question is also about Guru Poornima. Pranams Yogishri, we have been so indebted to you for the benefits we received in our lives through weekly Sunday discourses. I was so delighted when you announced that Guru Poornima Sadhana will be held on 5th July 2020. I want to offer Guru Dakshina, though I know any amount we offer as Guru Dakshina will not be anywhere near to the knowledge we gained that transformed our lives. So how do we offer Guru Dakshina when we are only having online discourses, Guruji? So first of all, the significance of Guru Poornima. Guru Poornima is a special day when the Guru Shakti is maximum active. See, Guru is a Shakti, is an energy. It is not a person. I will anyway explain this during the Guru Poornima session. When we say Guru, we generally relate it to a person, Oh Yogishri, you are my Guru. As a person, Yogishri cannot be a Guru. No individual can be a Guru. If a person starts feeling that I am a Guru, that is nothing but an ego boost. It is only God, that supreme energy, which can be your Guru, which can be my Guru, which can be anybody's Guru. That supreme energy guides all of us throughout this journey, birth after birth, life after life. That Shakti has been guiding. An individual can play the role of a Guru, which is different. He can receive that higher Shakti, he can get attuned to that higher Shakti and pass it on to the students so that they can also get connected. Then that person is called a Guru. But the true Guru is the infinite. So Guru Poornima is a day has been dedicated for this purpose, that is to get attuned to the Guru Shakti, which is present in the cosmos, which is present within you also. So on that day, we will be doing a special sadhana, the chanting and then meditation, very, very powerful meditation, which will awaken the Guru Shakti within you. And once the Guru Shakti gets awakened, that will start guiding you every moment of your life. Again, this awakening of the Guru Shakti will happen in stages only. That's why year after year we are doing the sadhana. So Guru Poornima is not mere celebrations, like how you celebrate your birthday. You have various celebrations. Similarly, Guru Poornima is another celebration. Now come on, let us all sing and dance and let us do. It is not that. It actually, Guru Poornima is meant to intensify your sadhana and go deep within yourself and get connected with the Guru Shakti, the Guru Tattva within you. So Yogishri will be externally helping you to get connected to your own Guru Shaktis. That is what we are going to do during the Guru Poornima day. This is the significance of Guru Poornima. It's not merely to say, oh, happy Guru. Sometimes I get messages. Very lovingly only. Many youngsters send me, happy Guru Poornima Yogishri, they say. I also tell them, oh, happy Guru Poornima to you also. That is at a very superficial level. So now, as deeper sadhaks, I want you to go to the next level. We are so used to saying, happy birthday, happy this, happy that, happy Mother's Day. You go and tell your mother, happy Mother's Day. Other days you don't remember your mother. Only suddenly on the Mother's Day alone. Happy Father's Day. First of all, why should you tell your mother happy Mother's Day? You should be happy that she is your mother. The happiness is for you. Anyway, so we are so used to that thing. That when it comes to Guru Poornima also, we think it is just to go and say thank you to the Guru, and even the Guru Dakshina which has been asked, I'll explain the significance, but they just think that is to offer the Guru Dakshina and say, oh thank you, and then go away. It's not that. See, first of all, you ask for the significance of Guru Dakshina. See, Guru Dakshina, Dakshina means commonly translated as fees, which is true. Sanskrit word Dakshina means fees, but there is also a deeper meaning. Guru Dakshina does not mean fees to the Guru, because fees means there is always a tendency of business there. Guru Dakshina means an offering to the Guru. There is a big difference. When you go to a master, now the master is so selfless, he goes on giving. So you become naturally grateful and indebted. So how can you repay the debts? See, you can repay all the debts in the world. But when it comes to the spiritual debts, you cannot repay God. You cannot repay your Guru. You cannot repay, even parents we can never repay. Okay, can you say, oh my parents took care of me, so I will take care of the parents and repay them. However much you take care of your parents, you cannot repay them. Actually, in life, if you think of it, it's not possible to repay. And so much so when it comes to this highest wisdom. If you ask me, why am I conducting these discourses? These are all oblated towards, these are all as an offering to my gurus who have taught me. That's why I'm spreading that wisdom, their wisdom only. I'm not giving anything on my own. Why? It is just a repayment to all these great masters. Now, have I repaid? Till now, no. Nowhere near repayment. So, Guru Dakshina is not repayment to the Guru, even though we translate it like that. It is an offering to the Guru. It is trying to repay the master, trying to repay. This is something which I want you to absorb, because this has helped me so much in terms of spiritual growth. The moment you say, I am trying to repay my Guru, then what happens is you become very humble. The moment you say, I have repaid, I am repaying my, for whatever knowledge I am taking, there is an ego element involved in that. So the word Guru Dakshina itself is very significant. It means offering to a Guru, trying to repay. So the bhavana is the key. The intention is the key. It is not how much you offer. Actually, as I've been telling you, a true master does not require anything. Please understand that. When he is connected to the infinite, what does he really require? So it is only from the student's point of view, this Guru Dakshina was suggested by these great masters. See, there has to be an exchange of energy. Like when you go on inhaling, how much can you inhale? Then you have to exhale. After you exhale only, again you can inhale more. Similarly, when you go on receiving this wisdom, now you're only thinking about yourself, your welfare and all that. So when there is an exchange of energy, the Guru Dakshina was suggested, then your capacity to take in more increases. So this was the reason why traditionally Guru Dakshina was kept. Of course, later on this concept of Guru Dakshina became distorted, and today I find that it has become like business. So a true Guru, first of all, does not want any Guru Dakshina. The greatest Guru Dakshina you can give to a Guru is for you to do your sadhana. That's all, properly. This external Guru Dakshina which was kept is symbolic. When you go and offer something to your Guru, whether it is money or whether it is something else, or those things do not matter, but that bhavana with which the student offers it is what that matters. So there are three types of Guru Dakshina which have been mentioned in ours in ancient wisdom. First type is called Raja Dakshina. Raja Dakshina means the good old days, the gurus used to meditate and give healing to entire humanity, and they also used to focus on the kings. The kings used to approach them for guidance, the kings used to give them guidance, and as a repayment, the kings used to take care of all the gurus' personal expenses, family expenses, the expenses of the children, wife, everything that run the family, all that they used to take care, so that the guru could just focus on meditation, healing, and serving the entire humanity. So that his energies don't get frittered, the time is saved, That is called Raja Dakshina. So in the modern context, we can equate Raja Dakshina to the sponsors. The sponsors means even there, I find, when sponsors come forward to sponsor an event, they want their names to be put. In the good old days, it was not like that. The kings used to receive, the rulers used to receive this wisdom, and out of utter gratitude, they used to repay. That was Raja Dakshina. The second kind of Guru Dakshina is when students used to come to the teacher every now and then, either on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis, every now and then, and learn and then go back, practice. Come back again, learn, go back and practice. So this was another system. So it is learning part-time with the teacher, like what all of you are doing. For that, what was kept was, the Guru never used to ask anything. The Guru is not supposed to say, you give this much, that much, nothing, absolutely. It's just given free of cost. Now the students by themselves, once they gain the wisdom, they feel very grateful. Whatever they want to offer, whatever is their capacity, or they do it out of gratitude. Whether a student does it or whether a student does not do it, all these things a master is not supposed to see. This is the rule. Now, the master should treat everyone equally. Supposing one person gives, let's say, one crore, another person gives 1 rupee. The master should see both of them equally. In terms of giving this wisdom, there should be no partiality from the master's side. That is when the master is a true master. And similarly, from the student's side, the gratitude, that bhavana is the most important. Without gratitude, when a student offers something to the master, that is not going to help him or her. So the third type of Guru Dakshina is when a master accepts the student as his disciple and gives personal training. So when that is disciple means Shishya, in Sanskrit the word is called Shishya. So when a master gives personal training, there the rule which has been kept is the student should not decide what to give the master, because personal training is one step more than merely receiving healing and this wisdom. Actually the master personally trains. So there the rule is that the guru is supposed to ask Guru Dakshina from the student. This is what you would have read in the scriptures also. Even Dronacharya, when the princes and all, they finished their education, they all go and asked Drona, so master, what Guru Dakshina do you want? In many of these Puranic stories you would have read that after the training, when the master gives training to the students ask the master what Guru Dakshina should we give, and the master tells. That is this principle. The master will not go and ask anybody. It is only to those people who have taken the training. Why? Because that is when, see, when a student goes to the master, he receives so much. So how to ward off those karmas, the karmic baggage which we acquire, how to remove those debts, this system was kept. So this is the ancient system of Guru Poornima and this Guru Dakshina. Now, as far as this Guru Poornima is concerned, these discourses are concerned, this comes under the second category. That is why there are no charges for this. So some of you, it's not only in this mail, but many others have also approached the volunteers and they've been asking, usually during the Guru Poornima day, we come and offer something to Yogishri, but now how do we do that since it is online? So they are going to create a system where on the website webcast page on the Guru Poornima day, there will be a place, a button for those who want to offer Guru Dakshina. You can just press that and whatever it is you want to offer, you can do. But remember, it is not what you offer, but with what attitude you offer that matters. So on the Guru Poornima day, we'll be doing the deep sadhana of Guru Poornima to awaken the Guru Shakti, the yogic sadhana. There are many aspects to it. Each year I am just increasing the energy and revealing a few aspects. And then finally, in the actual, when we used to meet, I used to give some fruit or some sweet or something as a prasad. But since that is not possible online, I will give you much more. I will give you a special healing on that day. And then finally, we will be chanting a powerful mantra, Brahmarpanam mantra, which is, the meaning of that mantra, I will explain that day. Many people have asked me, because year after year we used to do that, Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi, means we offer everything to that infinite. The giver is also the infinite, the taker is also the infinite. So from a teacher's point of view, the teacher should think, I am also the infinite, the student is also the infinite. From a student's point of view, the student should think, whoever is giving, the teacher is the infinite, and whoever is taking, that is the student, myself, I am also the infinite. What is being given is also the infinite. So from the teacher's point of view, the wisdom is also infinite. From the student's point of view, whatever offering Guru Dakshina he is making, that is also towards the infinite. So in that spirit, that mantra is chanted. So the idea of that mantra is, you lose all the ego, to dissolve the ego of giving and taking. That is what is true spirituality. So it's a very scientific system which was designed by these great masters as a sadhana. Okay, so the other questions we will take up. I've already answered them today. I took up about 3-4 in the beginning of the session itself. But there have been several questions from the Yoga Sankirtan Empowerment Program also. In the future, I'll cover that too. Any other doubts, clarifications you have regarding Guru Poornima also, you can ask. I will either answer it next Sunday during the dinners and discourses, or directly during the Guru Poornima day also. Okay, so now we'll have some meditation, and I'll be invoking the healing Shakti. I'm preparing you for the Guru Poornima session. See, for Yoga Sankirtan, why you were all able to receive the higher energy so easily was because every week I was preparing you. So actual day came, it became more easy for you to receive. So that is what we are doing week after week. Okay, so gently close your eyes. breathing. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I surrender myself to that infinite power, to that Guru Shakti which is present in the entire cosmos and within me. I am an eternal student, a Nitya Shishya. I am always ready to receive the infinite grace from the Guru Shakti. Oh. I surrender my ego to that infinite. I am ever ready to receive the infinite grace and guidance from the Guru Shakti. Offer your gratitude to God Supreme. Offer your gratitude to your Guru and all the holy masters. Slowly come back, wriggle your fingers, your toes, open and close your palms a few times. Rub your palms together to create a warmth. Cup your eyes with your palms. Gently rub your eyes, your cheeks, forehead, the top of the head, the back of the head and neck. Very, very slowly open your eyes. Welcome back. So we had a very powerful session today. So the Guru Shakti can be awakened only through humility. People want to become gurus. Nobody wants to be a student. But a person who is a true student, he alone gets the capacity to guide others. But he never considers himself as a guide. So practice the sadhana of humility. Now we have another 2 weeks. So the more humble you become, the more you will be able to receive the energy when we do the higher sadhana of Guru Poornima on the 5th. If you think I know everything, then there is very limited chances of you receiving the higher grace. The higher wisdom can be gained by becoming receptive. it is not the number of points you know and all that that really matters, but how much you absorb in your life. That is why I am giving this sadhana of you absorbing and then thinking about the points which were given. Whatever inspires you, put it in that comment section. I will also have a look at them. If there is some correction required, I will mention it in the discourses. So it is important that this interaction should be kept alive. See, in the good old days, the very wisdom was given only in the form of question and answers. There was always an interaction between the teacher and the taught. So if we want to gain more and more wisdom, if we want to explore the higher energy further, if we want to go to the higher text like Upanishad, so many things are there, and the higher yogic sadhana, higher healing. For all that, this is very important, the interaction. So I am seeing whatever is practically possible in the modern times, how to apply this, and get the same effect. That's what I'm looking into. So do that sadhana. And today I've given a lot of points. Now I'm not going to summarize and tell you what the points are. That is a sadhana for you. Okay? So thank you very much. We'll meet next week. Hari Om.